All right, what's up, guys? It's Mark here at Dino Trading, coming at you with a recap here on the Super Trendlines insane trading on Friday. Okay, now I'm going to do something different here in this video. Instead of just talking about the recap, all right, I'm actually going to show you how the Super Trendlines and all of these drawing objects kind of come together. All right, and how the green trend lines and the purple trend lines are actually tied to each other. And I'm going to show you how this strategy just nailed a beautiful setup right over here. Okay, let's do this.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
And we're back. All right, guys, let me explain to you what just happened here on the Super Trendlines strategy build. Okay, let me first start by cleaning up these entries here, these chart markers. Okay, and by the way, for anyone who's wondering how to remove these chart markers, it's very simple. You just right click in the chart, you go to data series, you come all the way down to this section here that says plot executions, and you simply make it say do not plot, and then you hit OK. All right, and what that's going to do is it's going to leave your chart with the actual drawing object signals on the chart. So let's really analyze what these drawing objects represent. Okay, there's still a few of you out there who are a little bit confused on what these drawing objects mean, so I'm going to do my best here to explain to you how, why, when, and what the super trend lines can do for you, and really make your trading more productive, more efficient. Use any number of adjectives you want to here. You know, at the end of the day, guys, all we're looking to do is we're looking for low risk setups. Okay, we're trying to isolate, capture, identify very, very low risk setups that also have a high probability success rate, okay, within the context of a trend. Okay, so to make it easy for you guys to understand this, I'm really just going to dumb it down a little bit here and talk to you about what the purple trend lines mean and what the green trend lines mean. Now, I know I've explained this before, but for those of you guys that are still a little confused, I think this is really going to help. Okay, the purple trend line, whenever it shows up on your chart, and as long as you have the strategy running, okay, what the purple trend line is telling you is that this line on the chart, okay, needs to be broken first before the system even thinks about going long. Another way to put that is this trend line needs to be broken significantly, okay, in order for the decision to be made that the trend has in fact changed. Makes sense? Because everything to the left of this purple trend line, all right, everything to the left means that we are still in a downtrend. And in order to look for and isolate areas where the trend has changed, meaning that the downtrend has now started to turn into an uptrend, okay, we need to be aware of that information immediately, right? It cannot come hundreds and hundreds of bars later. We need to be aware of that immediately, okay? So whenever the purple trend line breaks here, guys, all right, let's just try to isolate this here, okay? Whenever the purple trend line breaks to the upside, you can kind of consider the strategy as being armed. What does armed mean? Armed means that the system is standing by, okay? The robot is standing by, awaiting orders, okay? But it's not going to actually take any trades. It's just in armed status. Makes sense? Now, what criteria does the robot have to meet in order to take a trade? Well, that's simple. the robot's just going to start looking for green trend lines. Okay? And you can see there is clearly one green trend line right here and another green trend line right here. And you saw that print in real time. If you didn't, if I went a little bit too fast, just go ahead and rewatch this video, maybe five minutes or so ago, and you'll see exactly how these trend lines all came together and printed on the chart on a real-time basis. Okay, so listen, at the end of the day, this is simply you could call it a color-coded simplistic system. Okay, doesn't use any indicators, doesn't use any nonsense. This is just real price action trading using a interesting combination of purple trend lines and green trend lines. And the beauty about this is if I show you the parameters, there's not a lot you need to do, right? You simply have to enter under quantity here, just plug in the number of contracts you want the robot to trade. The next field below that, the stop distance, how aggressive or conservative you want your stop to be, and of course your profit target. This could be anything you want it to be. You could set it to 100 ticks, 500 ticks, 10,000 ticks, whatever you want it to do, right? And to deploy this strategy, guys, all you got to do is press this checkbox that says enabled, and that's it. The strategy will be running for you round the clock. Makes sense? So to recap this incredible price action trading that we saw on Friday, okay, I'm not cherry picking. This is literally from the most recent full 24-hour session, okay? Using the super trend lines, guys, you only had two setups. Trade number one, or I should say entry number one, happened right over here. Your stop gets placed at the most recent swing low. And this ran for a little bit. Maybe you got to break even, but it came right back and stopped you out. But guess what? We are still above the purple. What does that mean? Well, that means we are now in armed status, right? And so as long as we're in armed status, the robot is standing by awaiting orders. Think of commanding an army of your soldiers, okay? You're the general, and the super trendline strategy is your soldier. And, this soldier is just standing by awaiting instructions from you, the general. And this second setup, okay, because we're still in armed status, the second setup happens right here. As you can see, this green trend line drawn, right? And so there was a second entry right over here. And boy, did this run for a monstrosity of a winner. I mean, 600 ticks, I don't know if you guys are even aware of what 600 ticks means. Just trust me, people would kill to catch 600 ticks in a week. Whereas this strategy was able to catch 600 ticks just in a couple hours. Makes sense? So let me bring this home for you guys, all right, before I wrap up this video. At the end of the day, what the Super Trendlines is designed to do for you is it's designed to help you, number one, isolate the starting point of a trend, which only happens whenever it breaks the purple. But number two, it kind of keeps you honest, all right, by not rushing in to any one particular trade. We want to be disciplined. We want to be methodical, right? And so the green trend line, you could think of your soldier. Your soldier is just going to be drawing this green trend line while it's looking for low risk setups. And there could be quite a few of these, right? I mean, we could have had two more for potential losers. But traditionally and more often than not on a heavy trend day, okay, like we had on Friday, which was an unbelieving trading session, by the way, okay? A lot of people got stopped out, but the trend traders, following a disciplined and patient and trend following system, the trend traders absolutely killed it using nothing more than a sequence of two color-coded trend lines. Makes sense? Hey, listen, guys, thanks for watching this video recap on the super trend lines. For those of you that don't have the super trend lines, feel free to get in touch. Here is my cell phone at the top of the chart here. Happy to hook you up with the special that I was doing. I was planning on closing this off probably mid-January, but so many of you guys have asked me to extend out that special offer I was doing. So I just figured I would extend it out to anybody that didn't yet get a chance to participate. Okay. Hey, thanks for watching this video on the super trend lines.